Hey guys, we're back again. This time, we added many new mechanisms to Shalong. So we made this video to introduce the gameplay. The video of the next new creature is already on the way. Firstly, we added new taming and growth mechanisms. If you want to raise a Zilong from scratch, you need to get a Zilong egg. When you wander around the swamp or river, you may come across a wild Zilong nest. Near the wild Zilong nest, there will be a wild Zilong shot back. Even during the day, don't be fooled by the illusion of it sleeping. Sneakily dig up the nest. You can get 1 or 2 Zilong eggs. In addition, by digging suspicious sand, you may also obtain a dragon egg. Of course, if you are sure to kill the Z-Dragon, there is a 15% chance of dropping, but please, think twice. After getting the egg, you need to make an artificial nest first and synthesize a nest specifically for hatching eggs. Place the nest on the ground. Right-click to put the egg in, then start a long wait. About 40 minutes. The taming method of baby dragons is similar to humans. Use the imprinting behavior of birds to tame chicks. Therefore, there is a very critical period of recognition. Within 20 minutes after hatching, it will take the first creature that feeds a fish as its master. After this period, it will no longer be tamed. So the feed must be prepared in advance. A newly born baby dragon has 100 food points. You need to feed it with special feed continuously. As long as the food value does not reach 0, it will continue to grow. Even if the plant value is 0, it will only stop growing. At the age of 20 days, it will grow into an adult. After 38 days old, the ordinary individual will enter a slow growth stage. The growth rate of its body will be greatly slowed down. The Zilong hatched has a 5% chance of being an elite individual. Elite individuals will change to a new model after 38 days and will grow at a normal rate. It will enter the slow growth stage after 22 days. The skin color of elite individuals looks similar to the ordinary type, but the model details are significantly different, with more spines and longer mouths and a larger body, and the overall aura is more terrifying. Fishing mechanism. Adult Shalong, in 1 to 2 grids deep, shallow water area, has a chance to trigger the fishing animation. If it catches fish successfully, it will increase food value and produce corresponding fish drops. It makes raising Zilong no longer require too many fish. It's like creating something out of nothing. If you observe the population of Zilong carefully, you can also find their color differences. Inspired by the color variation of real reptiles, there are currently 12 color variants of Zilong, such as original, dark yellow, black, and albino. There are also different shades within each category. There's a 1 in 1,000 chance of a sponsored skin. Of course, you can also use a name tag to give it a special name. The commission. Here's the mechanism. Zilong needs to wear a special NG to control movement. Press E on the back of the Zilong to open the backpack. Ordinary Zilong has 2 equipment slots and 2 stone slots. Elite Zilong has 3 equipment slots and 3 stone slots. The stone slot needs to be filled with fish feed. The feed maintains growth on the one hand and provides self-healing in battle. Each fish consumed, the Zilong can restore 5 points of health and has a 10-second cooldown in intense battles, from being instantly killed by a group attack. If you're really worried, you can even put it in a large bucket. After all, in Minecraft, most aquatic creatures can be put in buckets, putting the underwater overlord into a bucket, which seems reasonable. The equipment is also quite particular. For example, you can equip it with turtle shell and Spinosaurus, which gives underwater breathing when diving. Equip an enchanted golden apple to increase max HP. Hanging a shield can increase armor. Equip a riding guide. It will give the rider a certain degree of protection. After wearing it, when you are attacked by monsters while riding it, the protection effect will be triggered, immune to other monsters' attacks on the rider. But it can still attack Zilong. And other players' attacks can still hit you. Can still attack you. Equipping the tooth grinding stick increases its basic damage. Scratchboard can increase the trampling damage when it runs, and claw damage. Double lucky grass will give you a lucky buff. It increases the chance of catching better items. The bait box will reduce the probability of fishing items and increase the probability of catching fish. In terms of operation, the author has also made special optimization. Zilong's basic normal attack is a range that follows the direction of the head. Attack can be released while moving. It feels much more flexible than you think. Double-click the forward key. Zilong will enter a high-speed running or rapid swimming state. If you seize the terrain, you can trigger a very handsome diving action. When running at high speed, it will trample small creatures under its feet and crush the leaves and blocks along the way. To make up for the slow turning of giant creatures, the mod designed a skill similar to universal attack. Press Alt plus G. Zilong will instantly turn to the direction of the camera. It rushes quickly, bites, and makes a small displacement. Completely solves the embarrassment of big monsters not catching small ones. Facing a siege, he uses his claws and wings to support his body and release a large heavy attack in the front. The execution mechanism is like a piranha, and the long-term specialization of Zilong has also developed a powerful swallowing ability. Pressing J can trigger the swallowing target. The size of the collision box determines whether it can be swallowed, and how. If the target's collision box is less than 1 by 1, Zilong will directly swallow the target, such as chicken. If the target's collision box is relatively large, but smaller than 2 by 2 by 2, it will use its claws and teeth to tear the prey apart. Eating elite individuals can kill targets of 2 by 2 by 3. So, most creatures in the original game can be executed. After a successful execution, can also suck blood, by the way, and restore 5 health points. Bleeding mechanism. Introduction. Some of Zilong's attacks can stack a bleeding status on the enemy. Each layer deducts 6% of the target's maximum health every 6 seconds. Each bite of Zilong can stack 1 layer, up to 5 layers. The small-mouthed carp can stack 2 layers per bite, up to 6 layers, and by continuous attacks. Refresh the bleeding time. For high health targets, this is hardcore percentage damage. It's very useful when fighting large bosses or creatures. We reset the new swimming mechanism. After Chelong enters the water, in 1 to 2 grid deep water, it will touch the bottom and stand in the water. Towards deeper water, it will start swimming. Zilong swimming is locked on the water by default, just like a ship. Press Z to dive. Press space to float up. Dive to the bottom of deep water. Zilong will also stand at the bottom of the water. After triggering the bottom, it can walk normally on the water for 1 or 2 grids. So if you encounter a bug that can't get ashore, you can long press C to trigger bottoming out, and then use the uphill mechanism to walk directly ashore. The drops of the Zilong are also very unique. First is the fluorescent lens, which is directly related to the luminous eyes, are directly related. Eating it gives you permanent night vision until death. From now on, you can walk in any dark environment. Walk with your head held high. Another key drop is the Zilong Claw. It can be used to make a unique weapon, the Dragon Claw Harpoon. This harpoon has the loyalty effect of a trident. If you kill fish with it, it can bring back the dropped items of the fish. That's all are our new modifications and partial resets of Zerg Dragon. Around the Zerg Dragon's ecological supply station, we have also built a whole waterland ecological system. More new creatures, new equipment, and new mechanisms. See you in the next episode.